This is the Transformers Studio Series from the movie Transformers The Last Knight, Core Class Decepticon Mohawk. And I picked up this figure from the Falcon's hangar in Singapore. Let's get this guy out of packaging. And here is Mohawk out of the box, and he looks like a sort of fish transformer or a frog transformer. Yeah, definitely a lot of details with the figure. I was just expecting it to be a little bit more accurate. I know it's a core class, but you know, it is a Studio Series figure. And you'd think they'd have more paint, more silver paint instead of all just green and some gold bits here and there. Also, the kibble on this figure, he's got the wheels positioned in the wrong direction. I mean, it should be a little bit like this, but the instructions don't tell you. They just tell you to position the wheels actually in a very vertical position, and that's not accurate because in the even in the art on the box, and if you see the renders and you watch the film, the wheels should be resting right here on his shoulders. And yeah, given that it is a core class, you know, they didn't have enough budget to actually make that happen. It feels like it's a mainline figure and not a Studio Series figure. I know it's probably wrong of me to complain because it is a core class figure. It's $10 figure, $15 figure, but I don't know. I really did expect a lot from this figure. They used this sort of bronze gray plastic so they didn't have to paint him. They should have used gray silver plastic, but okay. Okay, he's got a knife that will store here on his back. You can have him hold it. You can hold him this way, like Rambo, or you can have him hold it like a sword. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's okay. I like that they've given him a knife. But where this figure lacks in paint apps and accuracy of kibble, he does make up for sculpt, articulation, and just the sheer amount of detail and molding on this figure. I mean, they didn't color him properly or paint him properly, but the details, look at that. Every inch, a bit of hollow pieces here and there, but that's fine. Articulation for the figure, he's got a swivel neck and he's got articulated mandibles. Look at that. Yeah. He's such an annoying character in the movie. Shoulders are on ball joints. You got a hinge for the bicep and ball jointed elbow. You got ball jointed hips, no waist or torso articulation. Just a single hinge knee. Ball jointed ankles. So yeah, detail wise he's pretty good. Articulation, okay. Yeah, waist swivel would have been really nice. They could have easily added one, made it solid. They didn't. The mouth articulation is, I think this is the main feature, main asset of this figure. Head to toe, or horn of the head to his toes, he stands at about 10¼ centimeters tall, or about 4 inches tall. For comparisons, here he is with the Core Class G1 Soundwave, as well as the Rise of the Beast Voyager Class Buzzworthy Bumblebee Optimus Prime. Is he in scale? Yeah, it works, although Optimus Prime is a little small. I mean, the leader class version, third-party product, is much better, but yeah, he works. He works in terms of scale. So transformation, you want to remove the weapon, send it off to the side, fold back the head all the way back, make sure the jaws are closed. The rear wheel is going to straighten up, fold over the head, and fold up the arms. And you want to position the arms so that they line up and lift that shoulder so that the arms tab onto the rear wheel. Okay, do the same on the other side. Line up, fold up that shoulder, and then tab the arms onto that rear wheel. Okay, front wheel is going to fold over to the other side. Split the legs. The legs are going to go over and on top, like that. I'm going to combine the feet And then fold, fold. And then the feet are going to tab onto the rear wheel to form the fender, the rear fender. And then the legs, just going to straighten out and tab onto the front wheel. They should be able to, in the inner thigh, they should be able to tab onto those tabs on the front wheel. And then the weapon will tab in here. I think this is, it'll act like a bike stand. Yep, yep. And there you go. There is Mohawk in his, was it a Harley or a Triumph in the movie? I can't remember, but yeah, it was a big bike. So, looks pretty good. Again, like I said, it lacks paint, colors. Would have been nice if it were silver, just like in the movie, instead of gray. But, yeah, overall, it's kind of clunky. But this was the best they could do for a core class. And you know what? It actually turned out great. So for some comparisons, I don't have RC anymore. I do apologize. But I do have some motorcycles in my collection still. So we have Prowl, Legacy Prowl and Legacy RC. Obviously much bigger than the core class, but you get the idea. The proportions of the bike motor are pretty good. I wonder if Noah Diaz would fit on that bike. And look at that. Here is the MHZ Toys MHM01 Noah Diaz on Mohawk. You know, I'm kind of glad I did this review late. So we already have the MHZ version of the exosuit Noah Diaz, and he fits perfectly in scale. And so some final thoughts on the Studio Series Core Class Mohawk. It's not too bad. A pretty good, decent effort from Hasbro. One of the better outings for their Core Class movie figures. I do wish there could have been more paint, and I do wish the bike could have been more streamlined, and the wheels could have been positioned better in robot mode. But I guess that'll be asking too much, I mean, for a Core Class figure. But yeah, so far this figure generally a more of an impressive outing than a disappointment. I really liked it. The figure is going to get a 9 out of 10. Not necessarily a figure I need in my collection, but for those of you really into the completing your lineup for the Bayverse movieverse Studio Series figures, definitely one to pick up. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this Transformers Studio Series from the movie Transformers The Last Knight Core Class Mohawk. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.